Hi, I'm Rachel Moutis, and I'm a nursing student from William Patterson University. And I did my research study on how does nutrition affect mood in young adults. So the problem that I was facing was that I learned millions of people suffer from mental illness with few receiving help from mental health services. And also, I learned that poor diet is considered a modifiable risk factor for poor mental health. So I really wanted to do a research study on um, the true effects of diet on mood and other aspects of mental health. And so the purpose of this study was to explore the effect diet quality has on mood in young adults. And the theoretical framework that I used for this study was the broaden and build theory of positive emotions. And this theory showed, uh, believes that if you give a positive stimulus, then you will have positive emotions produced from that stimulus. And based on all of this information, my research question was, how does nutrition affect mood in young adults? So the methods of my research, the design was a quantitative, non-experimental, cross-sectional design, and I had a sample size of 100 young adults aged 18 to 35 in the United States. I recruited them through Amazon MTurk, and the tools that I used the Healthy Eating Index, or HEI 2015, to measure diet quality, and I used the PERMA profiler to measure average emotions experience, such as positive emotion, negative emotion, um, feelings of relationship quality, accomplishment, motivation, etc. And so the data was collected through a questionnaire that combined both the HEI and Perma Profiler, and this was distributed to participants using Amazon MTurk, like I previously mentioned. And so after collecting the data, I discovered that a majority of them were between the ages of 26 to 35 years old. And the average HEI score was 51.83, which is a pretty average diet, I would consider. And the only correlation that was significant was the HEI score and negative emotion correlation, and that had a Pearson correlation of 0.036. And so I got this through SPSS, and the significant correlation of the HEI score and negative emotion indicated that as the diet quality of a young adult went down, more negative emotions were experienced. And so, based on these results, there was no significant correlation between a high quality diet and feeling more positive emotions, which had rejected my hypothesis, but it was interesting as it mirrored my theoretical framework. So the theoretical framework of um, the broaden and build theory of positive emotions, that's based on if you give a positive stimulus, then you will produce more positive emotions. But my results indicated that if you give a negative stimulus, then more negative emotions will be produced. And I thought that was really interesting. Some of the literature that I had reviewed did have similar findings. And so it is somewhat supported by the literature. But as of now, by systematic reviews, the literature gives very mixed findings on how nutrition affects mood and mental health. Um, And also another finding was that most of the emotions assessed in the PERMA profiler had significant correlations. It was mostly things that I would consider as positive affects. So motivation and accomplishment had positive correlations with each other, and overall well-being and positive emotions had correlations with each other. And it was almost every single item that was assessed in the perma profiler had significant correlations with one another. And so the significance to nursing for this is that nurses can use this information regarding how diet habits can affect mood in patient education to promote well-being. So nurses can steer people or patients away from making unhealthy choices, as my study suggests they produce more negative emotions in a person. And so nurses can say that possibly having a more healthy diet, it will alleviate patients of these symptoms. And so some future research is needed to study the specific diet habits that can affect mood. I think that this would be very beneficial to the healthcare profession, as specific food habits, such as maybe eating more vegetables or eating more fruits, may have more positive effects on people than having a poorer diet of more refined grains or fatty or sugary foods. And that is everything that I have. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to any questions that you may have.